Minecraft. It's a game that exceeded everyone's expectations with its longevity, surpassed almost every game in the world for players, and is one of the biggest powerhouses in gaming. And why? Well, the game is played exactly how the player wants to play it. There are no rules, there is no story, and there is no definitive end. Yes, you could see the dragon as the end boss, but who beats the dragon and then immediately stops playing? Well, speedrunners, but that's not the point. Minecraft has been created by the players, even down to choosing what mob and biome is added in next, even with the mess the mob votes have been. So, since everybody plays their own way, today we are going to start a new series. A series that has been requested by more than a few people, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Let's Plays when you have a tiny subscriber count usually means death, but I love making videos, so even if they get no views, I'm still having fun, so we're throwing caution to the wind and we're gonna do it. The game mode I have chosen is Skyblock, but this is no ordinary Skyblock. The server I'm going to play on has some really great plugins that make the game mode fresh and fun to play for a long time, so without any more waffling on, let's get straight into the early game. Now, although this isn't your average Skyblock, we are still going to need some farms, so let's build a cactus farm. While I build this farm in the background, let me explain the idea of this Skyblock server to those who might not have played a Skyblock server before. The aim of this game mode is to have the highest island value by the end of season. The server is currently in season 6, and I did used to play this back in season 1. The way you increase your island's overall value is by placing value blocks: iron, gold, diamond, emerald, and netherite. You get the idea. Each block has its own value, and you can use this command to see what they are. But all you really need to know is that iron is the least valuable, you will have a lot of those, and netherite is the highest, you won't have as many of those. The way you get these value blocks is through mining, obviously your island's own lucky block, which I will talk about later, and you can buy them from players and find them in crates. Whoever has the highest island value at the end of each season will win a nice prize, and that is the main aim of this particular server. This cactus farm is good enough to be getting on with, and the next thing we are going to need is a cobble gen. The server has a plugin that will make your Cobblestone Generator spawn all kinds of blocks, from endstone to netherrack, diamond ore to stone, and everything in between. The one I'm building right now will only spawn very early ores like iron, lapis, and coal, but you can upgrade it with this command. This menu will control your entire island, including your farms, island size, and even your lucky block. Speaking of, every island spawns with a lucky block which can be broken up to 10 times per hour. You may get nice things from it like, ooh, but you also might get your entire inventory shuffled around. Not so good. But as I mentioned, you can upgrade this in your upgrades menu, and a little birdie tells me that the more times you break it, the better things you might find, but shh, you didn't hear that from me. The block will reset on the hour every hour, ready to be pummeled into dust by whatever you happen to be holding at the time. That's the Cobblestone Generator built, and the next thing we need to start off strong is some mobs. So I'm going to quickly build an area for mobs to live while I explain the spawner system. On the server we can buy spawners from the spawner shop. There are different tiers, starting with pig, sheep, cow, and chicken in tier 1, all the way up to in tier 7. You can work your way up by buying spawners from each tier and killing a certain amount of them while they spawn. You can't AFK mobs due to the higher drop rates, so we'll have to murder them all by hand. Sorry. The mob loot also may contain a few surprises, so keep on the lookout for special drops. The mobs will also, if you're very lucky, drop their heads. Heads on this server are very useful, as you can use them to create a Slayer Blade. A Slayer Blade is your own personal sword that nobody else can touch, can't be traded, can't be dropped, because it's way too powerful. As you can see here, your sword has some magical properties. It keeps track of exactly how many mobs you have slaughtered with it, and every time you reach a certain threshold, your looting enchantment will increase, all the way up to 25. That is madness. But I bet none of you can get there though, it seems almost impossible. Imagine the drops at looting 25. Speaking of drops, the last thing we're going to do in this episode is create a storage area for all the farms. While I do that, let me tell you that this server actually has one of my favorite things of all time, custom hoppers. There is a mob hopper, a crop hopper, a tree hopper, a fish hopper, and an ore hopper. Each one of these will collect all of the drops of its category from the chunk they are placed in, no matter where in the chunk they are placed. So that means no more water systems, no auto sorters, it's genius. Whoever invented these deserves a raise. So what we can do is place a hopper of each type somewhere in the chunk where we want drops collected from, and it's as simple as that. Our storage situation is complete. Time to sit back, relax, and watch the money come in. Thank you so much for watching, and in the next episode we're going to check out some of the other stuff that this server has going on, including sky coins, MCMMO, masteries, and 8 different dragons that drop items you can make special armor from. You can join me on the server and come say hi. The IP is play.neocubist.com. It will be in the description down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.